Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Theia, the Crimson Eclipse. Last time, we completed the Ruda scenario. Today, Seth, Nion, and Ferion are the second team. They have to sneak into the Scarlet Wyrms hideout to save Rose and Neo's colleagues. Let's do just that. Before you start, don't give me any of that aristocratic bullshit like, but Ferion, this place stinks. We're in the sewers, of course they stink. Who would have said anything like that? We're here to save my wife. I'd do anything, really. I'm just looking for some rich spoiled brat, Nion. Looks like you're tough when it counts. Let's go. Now that Farion's in the party, you can use his passive skill, lockpicking, to open red chest. Finally! We can do that! And in fact, we're just going to leave to do exactly that. We're just going to go around the world and get those chests that were locked before. And as a matter of fact, I want to go straight to Power Deathmit and take the ball back. Yeah, I want to do that. Exactly. No, it's not here. I'll have to go there eventually, too. Also, we need to camp eventually. So, we're back here. We can now open a bunch of chests that we left unopened throughout the world, because Ferion has the skill to open them. Also, about Ferion, I don't know if it's ever mentioned anywhere. Probably it is, but Ferion is an exile. That's why his personality is what it is. That's just how exiles are. Much like Allison. Oh, you need a ticket. That's right. I'm an idiot. Gotta buy those tickets. Gotta pay your dues before you can travel. Anyway. Let's grab a couple tickets from this guy. We'll need a return as well, so we're gonna buy 2. Then we're gonna add off to Mistia. Sorry, to Rail. We have a couple treasure chests to open there. Yeah, I have a ticket. Let's go. Honestly, I've never done this before. We're gonna grab this one immediately. It has a Fallen Stone. And there's one back in Rail Town. So usually I never do this at this point in the game. I'll usually come back later because, yep, Farion is a permanent party member. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So you come. I just come back later when I can. I just put Farion in the party and just head here to grab the treasure chest. But I figure, hey, you can do it right now. Might as well do it and take care of those annoying treasure chests, so we don't have to do it later. Going back to Rail, and with one treasure chest right here. Also, while I checked, because I was checking those treasure chests if they were any worth, apparently this one is really worth it, because it contains an Indigo Stone, which we can use to upgrade the Arcana. Let's do that right now. Upgrade Seth weapons, Arcana. We have Indigo Shards, Indigo Stones, Steel, and money. Thank you. That goes to 60 strength, which is nice. We'll need that strength. We'll need it. Remember Seth's path as the hardest boss of the 3. Then we'll have a chance to talk about Ferion more once we head to the next area. I want to go back to Esmith now. So we'll have to go through Ismail. Because we have one more red treasure chest to open in the Emerald Abyss. Now that's not super useful, but we're just gonna take it out of the way. What it's super useful though are a couple treasure chests, well really just one, that's in Mistia's slums. That one I really suggest you do, because it leads to a bunch of goodies which you might really want. Anyway, up here, over here. So I noticed now that there are seagulls actually flying back in the previous screen. That's an interesting touch. Also, the lens flare. Can you see the lens flare? As I move, can you see it in the bottom left? That's a little detail, but it's kind of hard to notice. But you know, those are those things that, like, you take for. I'm not saying you take for granted, but like, you don't notice because they are hard to notice. But you know, your eye does. Your eye does, and Like, your mind knows that they're there, but you don't really care. Like, you don't... It's hard to explain. So, the first thing you notice about Farion is that whenever he attacks all the enemies. That's one of his peculiarities. But he has more. Farion is a very interesting character. We got a Fallen Stone from here. Nice. So Farion innately attacks all enemies. But there's a big but. Before we do anything, we discuss that though, let's camp a little bit. Let's look at these, actually. Oh, that's what Unveil does. It's not even a buff. It just boosts your stats. That sucks. No, I don't want to buy anything from you. He has nothing to say. Hey, Seth, what's up? I'm not bad, you? Me? I'm chill as a snowman. Aren't you worried about the mission? Yes, a little. But I'm trying not to think about it more than is necessary. Well, it's normal. I'm used to this kind of things. You used to it? What do you do for a living, Ferion? I'm a Maverick. The Mavericks are a group of adventurers from Raken. Adventurers, huh? You're bandits, I got it. Thieves, bounty hunters, and loan sharks. And you? What do you do? I mainly operate in the shadows, and often I handle the thievery. You're a thief? You should be sneaky, am I right? And why do you have the grenade launcher on you then? It's obvious. I only use it when I get caught. Once they've seen me, better go out with a boom, no? Anyway, what happens in Raken is now under Vanguard's jurisdiction. So you can keep calm, or at least you can until you cause troubles here in Levizoa. Don't worry, I'm not an idiot. Vanguards are tough. They're nothing like the Holy Knights. All smoke and mirrors. The Holy Knights of Benedicta? Might be by any chance... No, never mind. Okay, as you please, boss. Yeah, we're gonna need those stats. And Farion learned the support skill Agility, which enhances his dexterity. As if his dexterity was not good enough. So, that was all about camping. There really isn't anything else. Although, let's go into the slums. I want to check the equipment real quick, then we're gonna talk about Farion. Gear. Seth does nothing. Golem core, yes. Golem core, yes. We need another one for Farion, we gotta buy it. We definitely want another one for Farion, so we're gonna go to Mystia. As I told you, you can go to Mystia and buy anything you want. Well, all towns are pretty much available, so you can pretty much go and even back to Rail as we did. You're right. Yeah, give me one of that. Thank you. Anything else I want? Resistant, resistant. No. That's the only thing I wanted. Okay, very quickly I'm gonna set up Farion with a Golem Core. Yes, he can get Colonia Alpha. He needs the defense. He's a pretty frail character overall. Seth gets the Unveil. And he gets Doris Alpha. Yeah, I like it. That's about it for preparations. I bought a lot of things with Rudra's team, so I don't need to buy any healing items. We're just gonna add to the slums where we have this very important chest to open up. And also the mastery. There you go. So Farion. Farion is a thief character, and he's the perfect archetype of thief character, except his global attack, you don't really see that often. But yeah, he has global attacks, and trust me, that's one of his main draws. Now, stat-wise, Farion doesn't have a lot of HP. He has quite a bit of SPs, but not too many.
Hurts, doesn't it? That's what it's like to lose.
Good strength. I'm not gonna say not as good as Seth, but it has its own good strength, I guess. Low resistance, very low resistance. Probably low spirit too. I never actually checked if it has good spirit, but yeah. These guys are very resilient. But Seth should be fine. Yeah. His dexterity is where he shines. Because his dexterity is so high, he tends to get turns pretty fast. Also, as we saw, his physical attack is it's the whole party. That's offset by the fact that he has a low hit percent. As you can see, only hits 70% of the 75% of the times. So yeah, you get very imprecise attack, but they hit all the enemies. And the hit percentage is calculated per enemy. So sometimes he might miss certain enemies and hit others. But trust me, when it does hit, it does hit. It hits hard. Not as hard as Seth, but still. That's why Ferion becomes quite powerful when you can put Falco on him. Trust me, when you can put Falco on him, raise that hit to 100%, you're guaranteed a party-hitting physical attack every turn he gets.
This match was mine from the beginning.
And there are people that don't like Farion, and I can understand that. He's a character that's hard to use. Because he's very frail, people tend to think, oh, he's frail, so I'm not gonna use him. Because he dies very quickly. You just gotta protect him. I didn't want to do that. But, actually, Farion has the potential to become one of the best characters late game. Unlike Rudra, who starts very strong and late game kind of lags behind and you have to keep it up with dexterity, Farion is the opposite. It starts kind of weird and weak, I guess, but late game, oh boy, he's a force to be reckoned with. Especially if you go through the extra dungeon and start giving some good equipment. Just to give you an idea, my endgame Farion will deal 8,000 damage per turn and he will never miss. Yeah, that's how powerful he can become, but only if you invest time on him. And if you're willing to... yeah, if you're willing to spend time on building him up. Otherwise, he's average best. As for his abilities, he's got Smoke Bomb, which deals the shiftless status, which is pretty powerful if it is. Unfortunately, it never does. Because not just he has 50% chance of hitting, damn, he must be vulnerable to that status. And they usually never are. So don't bother about it. So Farion opens that and gets magnetic keys, which opens the only door we haven't opened so far. His other skill is analysis, which I'm gonna use later, but it's pretty self-explanatory. What it does, it shows you the enemy's HP. Which, I guess it's good, because I like to see that. Usually when I can know how much health the enemy has, I can strategize a lot better. Like, it's not sense from Final Fantasy VII when you just get constantly the amount of HP. You just use it once, you get the HP, then you gotta remember it. So if you want to know the current HP again, you have to reuse it. But it's okay. It's an okay ability, it only costs, yeah, 5, whatever. The spam vacuum. And yep, that's pretty much Farion. That's what he is. Usually because of his dexterity, you might use him as an item user, and that's perfectly fine.
Can't get up?
Okay. We should be pretty close to that door. Yeah, there it is. That door down there was locked before. Now we have the key card with Farion picked up. We can access it and grab the goodies inside. As you can see right there, example on how he can hit an enemy and not another one. Are you kidding me, Seth? Are you just seriously kidding me right now? Yeah, Poison Spore. There you go. As you can see, when he hits, it hits for a lot.
Hurts, doesn't it? That's what it's like to lose.
And here we are. Let's see. Celestial Lymph. I think that solves Zostalo's problems. A guard auto shot Dominus, which, if I remember correctly, it does a bunch of things. Okay, minus 10 dexterity, auto mastery plus auto exceed minus. It has some uses. I personally never, or almost never use it, but there's a Primeval Atlas. And that is a weapon for Nadia. And because she's on the next group, she will have the honor of use it. Except now, I'd like to get my ass out of here without taking too much damage, so... escape. I failed to escape. Oh, interesting. That's the first time we've seen that. Oh, well. Should probably escape for the slimes because they take the most to kill. But... actually, I'm not running from this fight. I'm gonna use this fight to heal. Actually, no, let's do this. Escape. Because most of these enemies can be staminaed by Nion, so I might as well use his healing, then stamina the enemies and get back the SPs. Even though, yeah, ready to regenerate on his own after every battle a little bit. I don't know. Trying to conserve healing items here and trying to think what's the best strategy to apply. Alright, I'm doing this. Throwing some eels. Skills, Nion. Said Nion. Okay. Oh yeah, for Ferion's passive, he just has one, the pick locking, and that's it. And his Exceed deals damage on everyone based on strength and dexterity. Two stats he's good at, so no big deal there. Stamina. Good. Then we have to suck more SPs out of the slime, so we'll get some of them there. Also, the preparations for... oh crap, he ran out of SPs. Okay, whatever. The preparation for the actual blood dungeon are done, so we can go there immediately. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some SPs out of you. Thank you. Wow, that crit. Yeah, you defend. Vacuum. Ow. Oh yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to say. There's nothing about his last name too, so... his last name is Vidar, like with the E at the end. Vidari, I guess. We can see the status portrait. That's really cool. Overall, Farion is a cool character. Not gonna lie. Anyway, finally we're done with the side things. We can now proceed, like 18 minutes in the video. We're now done with backtracking. Also, we need to camp 1 second, because this is the last time I'll be able to forge the weapon. Forge weapons. I'm gonna buy D class as well. I don't need it, but might as well. And forge the Gaia Claw for Nadia, so she can use that later. Alright, we now have to go here. That's the Risan Mansion. We have no business in the Risan Mansion. Back in the sewers we go. With Xenoblade music. This is the central pit. Yeah, I dig the Xenoblade music. Always nice to hear Xenoblade music in this game. Always nice. That won't even be the last we're gonna hear. Okay, these guys are exactly the same as we fought before, no big deal. There are only 2 encounters in this area. The cockroaches and another encounter we've seen before, which is a little bit more annoying to deal with, but it's fine.
You lost because you didn't focus.
There's a save point. I'm glad you take the save point, thank you. Save there. And the other encounter is this red flames. And these are the spiders we fought in the lab. That's really it. That's for the enemies of this area. These are annoying because just because they have a lot of HP, they tend to resist quite a bit of your attacks. Also, you have this annoying thing. Slows down your character, which sucks. Stamina. Nice. Whoa, 2,000 damage? Holy shit, Seth. You destroyed that spider. Damn. Seriously, Seth. You're broken. I thought a crit would do that much damage. Apparently. We're gonna fight all the enemies here. We're gonna need the stats for the boss. Even if you get one more level, we're gonna need that. Okay, Nion, I'll have you do this on Seth. See, the problem of this area is that you don't heal. You used to have Rudra that kind of heals your HP after every fight, a little bit. You don't have that here. You're relying on Nion, on his healing, and the fact that he can use stamina to get back SPs.
What? Over already?
And if you don't have stamina, Nion sucks, by the way. Because then he cannot recover SPs, and then it becomes a problem. Because you'll have to use items to do that. And eventually you'll run out of items, but with stamina, you almost never run out of SPs. Because you can just suck them from enemies.
I'm sorry, but I need you to stay down.
And more of these guys again. You know how to deal with them already. There are a bunch of ways you can do that. Mostly, that's how you do it. Sudden Ferion attacks, Nion uses vacuum. That's it. That's the strat. There you go. Wow, another crit. Holy shit, when Seth crits, it crits by a lot. That's probably because of the Unveil and the Elemental effect. Spike Gloves, they increase strength, I'm not really fan of. But we're approaching a little mini-boss right now. A big fog. It's not a big deal to take down, actually, but... As a Gaia shard, we might want. Okay, Farion, you need some heals. Okay, never mind. I'll get that. I'll do that out of battle, I guess.
Pretty strong, but not enough to beat me.
Okay. What do we get? Shooting shards, huh? Shooting shards are nice. Tear of Light, great. Shooting shards recover 1500 HP to the party. They're pretty good. And one of the few instances you have party healing in this game. But they're kind of rare. Try to use them only when you really need them. Don't make the mistake of a friend of mine that use them all up and then you're like, oh crap, and now what do I do? Oh, that I really need the party healing at the end of the game. Yeah, don't do that. You can buy them later, but only if you invest your time on... I think Borghetti sells them eventually. If you donate enough money. And there are a couple more places where you can buy them, but they are pretty expensive. Now what am I doing? Just attack. Okay. Right, now we can take the big fog. We're gonna heal and take the big fog. Which, if we get lucky enough, it's not a big of a deal. Okay, got some HP back. We're gonna move the mastery though. Move to 2. Yeah, this fog, I think this one, I looked it up because I wanted to know where this fly comes from. This thing, I think it's from Breath of Fire 2. There are a few things from Breath of Fire 2, especially enemies. This is a Gargantuan fly. This is an analogy of Farion. Shows the enemy's HP. As I said. You can concentrate for it. Why not? Yeah. It's fine. You can bravery, get some strength. Help me out a little bit. Double attack. That hurts. Okay, got that. Farion, you do agility twice. You do Lenitiva immediately. The one's set to die. So you attack. Nice. Poison Spore? Missed. Okay. Obviously that sets bleed. Don't think that's gonna work. Agility again. Now that Ferion has done agility twice, look at his ATB. He fills up so fast. Use stamina, Nion. Get back your SPs. Nice. Wow. Seth is doing one crit after another. Look at Ferion's ATB. He's gonna get another turn before the others. Look at that. Yeah, I told you. And since he charges the Exceed with attack, he can charge up pretty fast right now. You don't need to heal, vacuum. And the boost of spirit is decent damage. Another crit by Seth, holy shit. That's the third crit in a row. What's happening? Did I just rig the game? The Neon you heal. There you go. Seth is fine. Another one! What's happening? Is this just super good RNG? Ow, ow, that hurts. I'm gonna heal. Because reason is not enough. Might be able to see Farion succeed actually. Another one! What's going on? That was those were 5 crits in a row? Am I just seeing things?
Can't get up.
Well, maybe they weren't 5. Maybe the effect of the unveil kind of looks like a crit and sounds like a crit. Because the last crit did a lot of damage and the previous one didn't do that much damage. 3,000 damage by Seth. Holy shit, that was cool. That was insane. To say the least.
You really want to do this?
Okay, we're approaching the end actually, but still have quite a few enemies to take down. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'm an idiot. That was not a crit. The effect kind of looks like a crit. That was a crit, I think. Farion just critted that with 400 damage. See, this flash is what confused me. It's the unveil that...
Can't get up.
The unveil on Seth's Arcana flashes the screen every turn. Psy-Crisis... And that confused me. I thought, what the hell is critting every turn? What the hell is going on? No, I only crit the last one. Because that dealt so much damage. Stamina one of them. Yeah, see? It looks like a crit. That's okay though. Just attack Ferion. You're here to do that. Can we kill one of these guys? Thank you.
These skills, it's all talent.
So I know there's an item somewhere around here. There's gotta be. Are you kidding me? I know there's an item. Did I miss that? Did I pick up the item and not even acknowledge it? Was it on the other side? Oh, there you go. Fucking knew it. Grab the Gaia shard. Another treasure chest. With money. Okay, this is it. We are right before the boss. Let's see. So, I need to kind of pay attention to what I put here, because whatever I put here, Nadia's team is now gonna be able to use. Now, I'm just gonna remove everything and think about it. Seth gets the chemicals. Then he gets... Jord. Maybe. Yeah, he gets Jord. He gets Taurus? I don't know. Nion can't do anything with Nion. Ferion Kelonia Alpha. That is fine. That's armor grants dexterity. No, he's fine. What do I want here? Laphus is interesting. Seth needs the speed. He also needs the strength though. I don't know whether it would be better to get 7 speed, 7 dexterity, or 20 strength. That'd even be great. Unfortunately, his resistance drops by a lot. That's why Jord is there to offset that. We could. This could be a possibility. This is a very risky build. That could work in our favor though. Because of that much dexterity, he can build to an exceed insanely fast. You know what? You only live once. Let's do it. And then I'm gonna do Scales Nion. Hey, that's it. I don't need to heal his SPs. You'll see why. If you know this game, you'll see why you don't need to heal his SPs. Little spoiler. You don't need to heal Nion at all. Just heal Farion and Seth. Did I save? Because holy shit, this boss the boss that's coming up, it's arguably one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Here we are, just as planned, boys. So this is their lab. Come on, hurry. Welcome, Dr. Risan. What? You're here for your wife, I suppose? You haven't been a good doctor. A good doctor would have stayed at home, as per my request. This voice. We've worked together for years, Doctor. I almost find it insulting for you not to ever recognize me. Nigel? What's going on here? Look for yourself. Rose! I hope you brought your search as well as the antidote. You bastard! Let me in now! Oh, but of course. Rose! Nion, no, go away! Don't worry, darling, I'm here. We're going home. Nion, they made some experiments on me. They injected me some... They used the red crystals. My father developed an antidote, don't worry. You're going to be alright. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Nigel? Yeah, I'm a scarlet worm too. Surprised? I knew about your father's secret experiment, but that bastard wanted to keep me in the dark. The only way to reach his data was to break it in his private lab. Of course, to do that, one would have had to bypass the security system. His firewall was on point, so I had to find someone who could discover the passwords for me. Thanks, Nion. Now my boss has all the information he needs. And thanks to that antidote, our research will soar to new heights. You dirty bastard! Why did you do it? Why did you kill your colleagues? What the hell did you do to my wife? Those people were just an obstacle in our path. And your wife? Well, she was quite an excellent bait, don't you agree? And now she'll be the end of you. We've injected a massive dose of Atlas 2.0 in our veins. This is going to be fun. What? Nion? Farewell, you useless trash. Nion! Rose!
You really want to do this?
Yes, Nion just lost an arm, and he can't really fight in that condition. He is basically useless. He'll be lucky if he gets a turn, and then he will just die. Oh god, this boss is hard. This boss has a lot of HP. It's hard, and you only have Seth and Ferion, because Nion, again, he'll probably get one turn, and that's it. If you don't have the chemicals, do this on the first turn. If you do have the chemicals, try to reach and exceed with Seth as soon as possible. Don't worry if he misses. Okay, Farion is a healer in this battle. He will try to keep Seth alive and well. Yeah, Fire Breath is spirit-based damage, so don't care about Seth's stupidly low resistance at this point. Also, you can't really see it because the sprite of the enemy is kind of blocking it, but there's a threat level of 9. Yeah, your mastery is not... You won't even use your mastery skill. Even if you put a level 1, there's no way you're gonna reach it. So you keep attacking, you're here for that. Okay, some extra damage is always nice. Agility again. Come on, Ferion. We need Farion to act fast. As you can see, Nion is down to 21 HP. He keeps losing health as we attack. Okay, we need some heals now, so Farion will have to do that. And Nion's dead. Healing quartz are your friends here. Almost up to an exceed. Like, you want to do this battle super fast. If you don't do this fast, you're gonna take some damage. Ferion, you're okay now. You don't need to do anything. Just keep guarding, I guess. Or you can attack and guard the next turn. Recover some HP. Yeah, why not? There you go. And we have our first exceed. Let's see how much that does. I don't think that this will kill her, but we gotta get close to it. Okay. Again, this thing. Okay, that sucks. That's skills blocked and blind on set. By the way, blind, I don't know if I mentioned that, but blind... Bleed, blur, and seal. Blur, actually, not blind. Blind sets your hit percentage to 40%, so that becomes your next hit, your new hit percentage. Oh, by the way, you can't do this. if you try to analyze this thing, it just says Rose HP question mark. You don't even get to know that. This boss is a big troll and it sucks. Yeah! It's gone. As you can see, that's the only way I know how to do this fight. Chemical gloves, try to do an exceed as quickly as possible. Rose! This place is about to blow up. We have to leave now. Nion! We're back at the path split. These two scenarios are completed. We're gonna start this so that I can save the game and stop my recording session. But we're not gonna complete it. We're going to see more about this next time. But we're just gonna start it now. Nadia, the great energy source, is now under limits of protection. She's waiting for the return of her friends. We are on a mission to oppose the Scarlet Wyrms. Alison and Lord Grant are watching over her. We should be able to save right at the beginning of this section, so... So you're the energy source, Nadia? That's cool. It's strange, actually. I have lots of questions and no answer. Both Seth's blood and mine are contaminated by the Orialkin. But in my case, I never touched the red crystal before. So your jewel looks like Orialkin, but it isn't? Yes. I beg your pardon, Nadia. Could I see that famous jewel of yours? You know, I helped with the Empire with the studies of Atlas 2.0, but I never heard of this strange stone without energy. Oh, no problem. Here you are. Wow, Lord Grant, you must be some kind of superhero. You're Laudim's private teacher, a master fencer, and you are a scientist too. What are you, a magician? Thank you, Surgeon Verdigris. I'm just a man that wants to be useful to his people, nothing more. That's strange. It surely looks like a crafted and polished piece of Orialkin. Everybody thought the same thing, but this has no power inside. Maybe it only ran out of energy. Nope, I don't think so. The powerless crystals are grey. Indeed. Maybe Hogard and Iseldra could have more information. Iseldra? Isn't she the scientist that took Dr. Risan's notes? Maybe she could help us. Where is she? In the castle laboratories. We can go and check, but I doubt that our scientists possess better equipment than Risan's. But we can give it a shot, I guess. We have nothing to lose, right? Let's go! Okay. Well, let's think, Lord Grant. Do you know where I can find needle, thread, and cloth? Excuse me? What do you need, if I may ask? Nothing at all. I just wanted to make a puppet for Seth. I want to make him a little present to make peace. Make peace with him? He should be the one asking for needle and thread, then. He was really rude back then, but when I left the room, I tried to calm down and step into his shoes. He's a troubled man. He had a terrible childhood. His father abandoned him. He saw his brother die in front of him. He worked really hard to become a renowned High Vanguard. I just can't blame him for being a little envious. They say I became a Marine thanks to my father. This isn't true, but it's reality for everyone right now. Seth left off his team, that's all. He didn't want to insult me. That's why I want to make peace with him. I want our friendship back. You surely like that boy, aren't you? What? Seth? No. He's good looking, of course, but he's dumb and boring. He's totally not for me. Oh, blessed youth. Alright, good. I just wanted to get out of here and save. But yeah, that's it for today. Next time we're gonna explore this path and see what we can do. See you guys in 2 days.